This is Lara Henares making your day with part 45 of a book I wrote on Philippine history. Subject, Sunshine Boy and Midnight Cowboy. And we continue to quote. When it came to important international negotiations, President Ferdinand E. Marcos depended primarily on two trusted associates, Prime Minister Cesar Virata and Ambassador Benjamin Cocoy Romualdez. Mighty Caesar was a sunshine boy who negotiated with the IMF, the World Bank, and American banks. Cocoy of McCoy was the midnight cowboy who is usually sent on secret and confidential missions to the Soviet Union, China, the United States, and goodness knows where else. Cesar and Cocoy were two men as different from each other as Mutt and Jeff, as ham and eggs. On one side, we have Mighty Caesar, Prime Minister of the Fourth Republic, in its transitory stage. Mr. Clean of the Marcos administration was of the hurly-burly of malodorous politics. Mr. Good Guy, upon whom reposed the faith and confidence of multinational corporations. The IMF and the World Bank, the Ford Foundation, and the Hans Seidel Stiftung. And of course, the oligarchs of the Makati Business Club. On the other side, we have Cowboy Cocoy of McCoy, brother of the First Lady, Imelda Marcos, governor and ambassador plenipotentiary, crony capitalist, the grrr of the opposition, the yak of the Americans in the chamber and in the embassy, and the next bang-bang of the target list of the IMF and the World Bank. Having demolished Danding Coangco's Unicom and Bobby Benedictus Nasutra with such ease, the liquidation squad of IMF, in collaboration with 10 UP professors, are busily trying to figure out ways to dismantle Cocoy's First Philippine Holdings, the First Manila Management, and the Meralco connection. But they were thoroughly confused about the complicated wheels within wheels, the convoluted organizational structure of Cocoy's empire. Curses, foiled again by Cocoy no less, and his mafia of Opus Dei technocrats headed by Rex Drilon and Mario Camacho. More about this after these messages. This is Lara Henares making your day with part 45 of a book I wrote on Philippine history. Subject, Sunshine Boy and Midnight Cowboy. Continue to quote. That is why American and IMF executives and their paid pipers in the cocktail circuit fear and hate Cocoy Romualdez so much. So easily did they slay Pac-Man and Sugar Daddy. But Cowboy Cocoy was something else. He befuddled them. They just could not figure him out. He's not predictable. They figured he controlled Benguet Corporation, but they could not figure his relationship with its president, oppositionist Jimmy Ong Pin, who attacked Marcos with relish and regularity. Cocoy Romualdez never went to office, yet he efficiently controlled a network of businesses so vast and varied as to boggle the mind of Lou Burridge and elicit the envy of the curmudgeonly Americans. They knew he never had good grades in school and was not considered the brightest in the class, but most idiotic. But how come he outwits them all in business as well as in diplomacy and survived where others have floundered? Sugar Daddy Bobby, Hotshot Hurdis, Hot Rod Carding, Hard Hat Rudy, to Lou Burridge of the American Chamber of Commerce, and the Americans and the IMF, Kokoy is a mystery wrapped in an enigma. His labyrinthine mind borders on the nebulous and the ridiculous and works more like the behavior of quarks on the subatomic level, like the roll of the dice, like the black holes of timeless space. Kokoy's mental logic seems to be based on the uncertainty principle, random walk theory of capital markets, Murphy's Law, and Maharishi's unified field. On the other hand, Americans and the IMF just love mighty Caesar Virata. Cesar is much less complicated. The trajectory of his mind is a straight line. Y is equal to x plus k, where k is a constant. Caesar's mind goes straight as an arrow from point A to point B. No tangents, no curves, no hyperbolic sweeps of far horizons, no irrational square roots of negative numbers, no derivatives of y with respect to x as the increment of x approaches 0. In short, Cesar is safe, predictable, dependable, and pre-programmed to conform to the wishes of the IMF. More tomorrow, my dear friends. This is Larry Henares, making your day, saying good day, God bless you. Thank you very much for being with us. Till next time, hasta la bye-bye.